Today's topic name is control and coordination. Myself, Professor Tamboli AA, Sri Arneshwar Junior College of Science, Arangav, Taluka Jamkhed, District Ahmednagar. Introduction of this topic are all living organisms have characteristics, ability to respond to the external and internal stimuli. The response given by animals much quicker. All the activity not immediate in nature. Some activity concerned with metabolism, homeostasis and growth. It can be better controlled by hormones. These are called as hormonal coordinations. But some activity are immediate and fast. These are concerned with nervous coordination. Means the coordinations are two types, that is the hormonal coordination and another is nervous coordination. Hormonal coordination is related with not immediate action and the nervous coordination is related with immediate and fast action. Next, the human nervous system. The human nervous system is divided into mainly three regions. The first, capital A, that is called as central nervous system, that is also called as CNS. CNS means central nervous system. It consists of mainly two parts, that is the human brain and another part is called as spinal cord. Means central nervous system is divided into two main parts. The first part is called as human brain and another part is called as spinal cord. Second, capital B, peripheral nervous system, that is also called as PNS. It consists of two types of nerves, that is called as spinal nerves and cranial nerves. Next, capital C, that is called as autonomic nervous system, that is also called as ANS. It consists of two types of nervous system, that is first sympathetic nervous system and another is parasympathetic nervous system. So the human nervous system is divided into three regions: central nervous system, second peripheral nervous system and third autonomic nervous system. Next, the brain and spinal cord are surrounded by connective tissue membranes called as meninges. There are three types of meninges, that is first is dura mater, second is called as arachnoid matter and third is called as pia mater. First, dura mater, it is the outermost meninges that is attached to the inner side of cranium. Its function is protective in function. Second, arachnoid matter, it is the middle meninges, it is protective and nutritive in function. The third and last meanings are called as pia mater. It is the innermost meanings and connect to the central nervous system. Its function is nutritive. Next, the arachnoid matter and dura matter is separated by subdural space filled with serous fluid. Means these arachnoid matter and dura matter are separated by subdural space. These space are filled with serous fluid and in between pia matter and arachnoid matter subarachnoid space is present. These are filled with cerebrospinal fluid, that is it contains lymph like watery fluid called as cerebrospinal fluid, that is also called as CSF. Next, the meanings from protective covering around the brain and spinal cord. Means the function of meanings are to protection, to the brain and spinal cord. The function of CSF, that is the first function of CSF, means cerebrospinal fluid. It acts as shock absorber and protect the brain from mechanical injuries. These are the function of cerebrospinal fluid, that is the shock absorber and protect the brain from mechanical injuries. The next function is second, it also maintains constant pressure inside the cranium and regulates the temperature. The third function of cerebrospinal fluid is it helps in exchange nutrients and waste between blood and brain tissues, means exchange of nutrients and waste material between the blood and brain tissue. The fourth function is it helps in the supply of oxygen to the brain. These are the important function of the cerebrospinal fluid, that is the supply of oxygen to the brain. And the last function of CSF is it also protects the brain from desiccations. So these are the 5 functions of cerebrospinal fluid. The next part is human brain, that is also called as encephalon. The human brain is well protected, means these are the well protected in the bony box called as cranium of the skull. The brain is well protected in the bony box. This bony box is called as cranium of the skull. It is soft, whitish, large sized and slightly flattened structure. These are the slightly flattened. Color is whitish and large sized. The average weight, the weight of brain is, the average weight brain is 1300 to 1400 grams, and it contains about 30,000 millions of neurons. These are the information of brain. Next, the brain these are the lateral view of whole brain. It consists of postcentral gyrus, central sulcus, precentral gyrus. These are the frontal gyri. It consists of superior gyrus, this section, middle gyrus, this section, inferior gyrus, this section. Temporal gyri, it consists of superior gyrus, middle gyrus and inferior gyrus. Superior parietal lobules, this section, that is the parietal lobe, consists of superior parietal lobules and inferior parietal lobules. This yellow section is called as occipital lobe. It consists of occipital gyri. These parts are called as lateral fissure, and this part is called as cerebellum. These are the pons varolii, and attached to the pons varolii these are present medulla oblongata and spinal cord. So these are all the structures are called as lateral view of whole brain. It consists of mainly 4 lobes. These are the frontal lobes. These are the green color, that is called as parietal lobes, and these are the temporal lobe. This section is called as temporal lobe, and this yellow section is called as occipital lobe. So these are the lateral view of whole brain. Next, the human brain means also called as encephalon. The human brain is mainly divided into 3 parts. that is the first part is called as forebrain. These are also called as prosencephalon. Next part is called as midbrain, that is also called as mesencephalon. And the third part is called as hindbrain, that is also called as rhombencephalon. So these are the main three parts of the human brain, that is forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. The forebrain is also divided into mainly three parts, that is the first part is called as olfactory lobes, second part is called as cerebrum, third part is called as diencephalon. These are consist of three parts, that is the first part is called as epithalamus, next part is called as thalamus and the last part is called as hypothalamus. That these are the parts of forebrain, that is also called as prosencephalon. Next, second part of the human brain is called as midbrain, that is also called as mesencephalon. It consists of mainly two parts, that is the first part is called as corpora quadrigemina and the second part is called as crura cerebri. These are the part of midbrain. Next, third part of the human brain is called as hindbrain, that is also called as rhombencephalon. These are divided into mainly three parts, that is the first part is called as cerebellum, next second is called as pons varolii and the third part is called as medulla oblongata. So these are the parts of human brain. Next, the human brain, that is also called as encephalon, is consist of forebrain, that is also called as prosencephalon. It forebrain or prosencephalon is consist of mainly three parts, that is the first part that is called as olfactory lobes. A pair of olfactory lobes are present on ventral side of cerebrum towards anterior part, means the two olfactory lobes are present in ventral side of the cerebrum. Next, each olfactory lobe consists of anterior olfactory bulb, means the two olfactory lobes are present. To each olfactory lobe consists of olfactory bulb and posterior olfactory tract. The function of these olfactory lobes are the sense of smell. These are the function of olfactory lobes. The second part is called as cerebrum. It is the largest part of the brain. It is the largest part of the brain. It is divided into two cerebral hemispheres by longitudinal fissures. Both are connected by transverse nerve fibers called corpus callosum. The outer surface of cerebrum is called as cerebral cortex. It is composed of gray matter. Means the outer surface of cerebrum is called as cerebral cortex. Means outer surface consists of cerebral cortex and it composed of gray matter. While the deep inner part, means inner surface of cerebral medulla is composed of white matter. The two matters are present, that is the gray matter and white matter. Next, the gray matter of cerebral cortex consists of cell bodies of billions of neurons along with non-modulated fibers and dendrons. Next, the white matter mainly has axons, means this gray matter consists of dendrons and the white matter mainly has consist of myelinated nerves. Next, the functional areas of cerebrum. There are four functional areas of cerebrum, that is frontal lobe, these are the frontal lobe, parietal lobe, this section is called as parietal lobe, temporal lobe. This section is called as temporal lobe, and this yellow section, that is called as occipital lobe. First, the frontal lobe. They have motor area which controls voluntary motor activities. Means function of this frontal lobe to control voluntary movements or voluntary motor activities or movement of muscles. Second, parietal lobes. They are mainly for sensation of pain, pressure, temperature, taste, etc. These are the related with parietal lobes. Next, third, temporal lobe. It contains centers for smell, hearing, speech and emotions. Fourth, occipital lobes. They have visual area mainly for sense of visions. So these are the four functional areas of cerebrum, that is frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe and occipital lobe. Third part of forebrain, that is called as diencephalon. It is the part of forebrain that contains three parts, that is first part is called as epithalamus. Epithalamus is the non-nervous roof of diencephalon. Anteriorly, it is fused with the pia mater to form the anterior choroid plexus and form its dorsal wall. It is connected to pineal gland through a pineal stalk. Next, the thalamus. Second part is called as thalamus. It is the lateral thick walls of diencephalon. They mainly contains gray matter. This thalamus is consist of gray matter. The third part of this diencephalon is, that is called as hypothalamus. It forms a floor of the diencephalon. It is richly supplied with blood vessels, help in feedback mechanism for hormonal control. It also maintains homeostasis, internal equilibrium of the body and involuntary behavior control. Like in the cerebrum, the hypothalamus also contains hypothalamic nuclei in its white matter with neurosecretory cells involved in the production of hormones, that is called as oxytocin and vasopressin. These are hormones, oxytocin and vasopressin. It is link between the nervous and endocrine system. Means hypothalamus is the link between nervous and endocrine system. Function of hypothalamus: it regulates heart rate, respiration, blood pressure, body temperature, water and electrolyte balance. Second function of hypothalamus is it has center for hunger, thirst, sleep, fatigue, secretion of glands of stomach and intestine. And the third function of hypothalamus is it also produces neurohormones that stimulates the pituitary glands. The second part of the human brain is, that is called as midbrain, also called as mesencephalon. It is located between the diencephalon and the pons varolii. The location is midbrain, located between diencephalon and the pons varolii. It consists of mainly two parts. Which two parts? That is, the first part is called as corpora quadrigemina and second part is called as crura cerebri. First, corpora quadrigemina. The first, there are four rounded elevation on the dorsal surface of the midbrain. Second, the two superior colliculi are involved in visual reflexes and the two inferior colliculi, means two superior colliculi and two inferior colliculi are relay centers for auditory reflexes that operate when it is necessary to move the head to hear sounds more distinctly. Next part is called as crura cerebri. The midbrain contains on its inferior surface two thick fibrous tracts called as cerebral peduncles or crura cerebri. These tracts of ascending and descending nerve fibers from RAS means reticular activating system and connect the cerebrum midbrain. Near the center of midbrain is a mass of gray matter scattered within the white matter is called as red nucleus. Means near the center of midbrain is a mass of gray matter scattered within the white matter is called as red nucleus. It plays an important role in controlling posture and muscles tone, modifying some motor activities and motor coordinations.